When I first read about the article, I was shocked about the article, and it maybe has to do with the history of Germany, who had in the middle of the last century occupied part of Russia, specifically the Ukrainian territory, and has murdered people, and therefore there is a kind of sensibility in our political thinking that this has to prevent in future. And the article itself is a shame, and if you see that this is a public official paper or platform, I thought there's something to do. And as I am a lawyer and by profession, and as I have been a senator for justice in Germany, I know that this is a crime everywhere in the world. And therefore I thought this need to be seen by a prosecutor. And so I had this idea immediately when I read it.
So is there any results?
Yeah, the Berlin-based prosecutor has agreed that this is potentially a crime and have concentrated this on, as we call it, Generalbundesanwalt, which is the highest prosecutor in Germany. I also gave it to the prosecutor in Moscow, who already confirmed that it has been there. I'm afraid that they finally will not punish it because it's the official Russian politics, but nevertheless they have to formally handle it. And if you see that the Soviet Union back in '53 has agreed that this is a crime, it's not that easy to formally find a reason why not handling it as a crime. And this hopefully will give them a small idea why this is completely unlawful what they're going to do in the Ukraine. I talked to some colleagues in other parliaments right now, whether we should do so in more countries in the world to force the discussion that there is a United Nations law in force, this has been agreed by Russia, which forbids such actions.
So what the result do you hope for?
If the prosecutor agrees on my view that this is a crime, then he would ask for a arrest warrant by a judge, and if the judge agrees also, then there is an arrest warrant. Next step would be to integrate it into Interpol, and if this would happen, then they can practically not travel, because an arrest warrant from Germany would, for example, execute it in Turkey or in India, so it would be difficult for him to travel without the risk that he's going to be arrested. I know Merkel for 20 years, yes, and she told me personally on a one-on-one conversation that she does not trust Putin at all. She said he lies. So we're not surprised that he's a liar. On the other hand, the German experience during the Cold War is that having intensive economical relationships helps them to calm down. And that was the common, not only Merkel, common German belief in the political class of Germany, from left to wing, from the left wing to the right wing. They were saying, we don't trust them in person, and we know that they unfortunately lie to us. But if their economical interest is so dependent on us as we are dependent on them, that will prevent them from doing absolutely irrational actions. And this has been the case in the 70s and 80s when the Soviet Union was still in place. Dramatically or catastrophically, this is not in place. What Putin has done, besides the victims in the Ukraine, is economically absolutely self-murder. It will bomb Russia back by 30-40 years, for sure. The economical decrease it will be unbelievable and will get stronger and stronger if you see how many people have left the Soviet Union, how many relationships have broken, etc., etc. So it is from an economical standpoint, it is absolutely unlogical to start with the criminal war in the Ukraine. And our belief, which has been unfortunately false, is if you have more economical relationship, they will less starting a war. And this prediction was wrong. But it was not only run by Merkel, it was run by many, many politicians. I would say all German politicians, including me. But also to many other politicians from other countries.